The purpose of this meditation is to take you on a mystical tour of the ancient tabernacle and into the throne room of God. The sounds and tones used in this recording are designed to bring you, the listener, into a relaxed trance state. The audio is here to aid you into the experience as you travel deep into the ether and encounter the power of the creative mind and visualization. Please enter into this meditation with intention and expectation as we allow God to do the miraculous in our hearts. Please find a quiet place, free from noise and distraction, to receive the fully immersive experience of this meditation, a journey into the inner courts of God. Sitting still as we breathe in through our nostrils and out through the mouth, allow the entire body to relax. Free from all pain, let the cares and worries of the week slowly fade as we drift more and more into the mind's eye. Relax, release. As we breathe in, let us focus on a ball of radiant white light directly in front of us. And each time, as we breathe in through our nostrils, we can see the white light pulsating, getting larger and smaller with each breath. Larger, smaller, larger, smaller. The light begins to move out from you, compelling you to follow. As you travel with this ball of white light, we are moving forward. We can see that we are in a desert, traveling past the dry sand with the cool air upon our face. Within the distance, we see a large wall that is made with fine white linen. There is an entrance. The entrance is a cloth gate full of radiant, beautiful colors. As we enter through the gate, we have a strong sense of thanksgiving, an overwhelming sensation of gratitude. This gate is called Beautiful. Ahead, in the distance, we can see the ancient temple of God, the tabernacle of Moses. Inside the courtyard, you see people gathered who welcome you. There are animals present, sheep, goats, lamb. There are even children around playing, tossing a ball, laughing as if there is no care in the world. Their laughter immediately brings you joy as you're reminiscing upon your own childhood. In front of you, there is a huge brazen altar. Beside it are two bearded priests with long robes who greet you as well.
Hello.
Their smile is pleasing, and there is years of wisdom in their eyes. There is a large basin where another priest is washing his hands. He smiles as well. As we move further, we are approaching a large crowd of people who are gazing at the ancient temple. Everyone is in awe and wonder of its stature and immaculate design. The site is marvelous and built to perfection. Just beyond this is a curtain made of the finest of fabrics. Red, blue, and purple accompany the tapestry. You gaze at it with a sense of wonder, as if, what's behind? Suddenly behind you, a little girl says,
"That's the holy place. Only the chosen may enter."
and then disappears to return to play with the other children. Chosen? What does that even mean? You really want to know what's behind the curtain, but at the same time, you know you shouldn't be here. Just as you turn around to walk away, everything stops. The children, animals, and priests all disappear, all except for the little girl. She raises her arm and points to the veil of the holy place and says,
"He's waiting for you."
and then she disappears into the thin air to join the rest, and you are left alone. Observant of the veil, you feel as if you are being pulled to go further, as if you are compelled by Yahweh himself to come inside. So you enter into the holy place. Just inside to the left, you see a large golden candlestick with 7 flames burning, each a representation of the fire of God, alive and burning within our hearts. To the right, a strange table with loaves of bread upon it. In front of you, there is another altar. Each of the 4 corners of the altar has a golden horn at its edge, and upon it there is incense burning with a sweet aroma of frankincense permeating the air. Just beyond, there is another curtain, red, purple, and blue again. This curtain has 2 immaculately woven angelic figures stitched into it. Although ancient, you can tell that this took a lot of time and dedication to create. Just beyond the veil lies the Ark of the Covenant. You feel the same tug to move beyond and enter what is known as the most holy place. You remove your sandals and enter in. The Ark is in the front and is the most intriguing piece within the entire temple walls. There are 2 golden cherubim statues on the top of the box. Each of their wings stretch forth, pointing one to another. Although the aesthetic is quite beautiful, the most intriguing thing about this piece is that there is an energy emanating off of it, and it seems to be glowing. The Ark of the Covenant is used to carry the presence and glory of God. As you reach forth your hand to touch it, instantly you are frozen. Immediately you are translated as you float up into the air, past the clouds. The blue sky above is now below you as you enter into the second heaven, which we call outer space. As you look around, you see billions of stars twinkling, as if they are singing out their praises unto the Creator. If you listen closely, you can hear their song. Planets, galaxies, and star systems galore, as far as the eye can see. You are in a realm beaming with life, life that has existed here your entire life, right above your head, just beyond the clouds. You're in a place where space and time no longer exist, a place that is foreign, yet also familiar at the same time. Off in the distance, one of the stars catches your attention. Its twinkling seems a little different from the others. It feels as if it's trying to get your attention by showing you its beautiful colors of amber, radiant blues, green, yellow. As you gaze upon its magnificent splendor, the star begins to unfold and take another form. The form of a beautiful woman clothed in white light. As she gazes deep into your eyes, she speaks to you, but she doesn't use words. In fact, she never opens her mouth, and yet you understand the message she is sending you telepathically. You receive her words into your mind and translate them with your heart as she says,
"You have heard our song. You have answered the call, for indeed you have a song too. Join us."
The angelic figure proceeds to open her mouth as you hear the most glorious tones you've ever heard. The sound hits you in your face, vibrates, and then runs down your cheeks into your whole body, as if you are being cleansed with refreshing waters of life. The sound is alive. Each melody carries a feeling and emotion. Your tears begin to flow and become one with the water.
Your tears are an offering.
The angel says just before she resumes back into her star form and back into unison with the other billions of stars. Off in the distance, we can see the throne of God. From the mighty throne came flashes of lightning, tremendous sounds of thunder, all together as if nature itself was communicating the indescribable wonders of God. In front of the throne appears to be a large sea of glass, clear as the finest of crystal. To the right and left there are 24 other thrones, seated with men dressed in fine white linen, all with golden crowns upon their head. These are their crowns of righteousness, given by God Himself, as they have been anointed to reign with Christ. You bow your head and notice that you too are wearing a crown laden with ruby, emeralds, diamonds, and sapphire. It is one of the most beautiful things you've ever beheld. The thunder gets a little louder, and in unison the 24 elders, dressed in white, all stand to their feet, take off their crowns, bow, and lay their crowns at the foot of the throne of God. You stop, and out of adoration, fall to your knees and do the same. Taking off your crown, you lay it before the foot of the throne of God. Suddenly, around the throne appear 4 mighty angelic figures that are covered with eyes taking up their entire form. The first creature's appearance was as a lion, the second an ox, the third has a face like a man, and the fourth's appearance was that of an eagle. Each creature has 6 wings, and the wings are folding in as to cover its eyes, as if they have not seen you, but they know that you have seen them in all of their splendor. Suddenly each creature opens its mouth and with a mighty voice begins to declare,
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was, and is to come.
Each time the creatures declare their praise, the 24 elders fall down onto their faces shouting, You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and by your will they were created and have their being. And as we come upon the throne of Creator God, we are reminded of the scripture that bids us to boldly approach the throne of grace with confidence so that we might receive mercy in our time of need. From the throne of God begins to flow golden dust that begins to encircle you around your arms, into your hands, and then your entire body, almost to read your desires and intentions of being in such a place of holiness. From the dust comes a whisper in your inner ear.
Why are you here?
You take a second to stop and contemplate. Why would you even do something like this? What were my intentions? I don't deserve to be here. When suddenly, the love of the Creator embraces you, and immediately you feel perfect love, peace, and joy. The voice of God says unto you, You are worthy. You are here because I called you. Tears begin to flow down, and in an instant you feel lighter. There were things strategically set up in your life to bring you to me. Although at the time you did not understand it, your perseverance was being turned into the diamonds and rubies that are now within the crown laying before my throne. You didn't see how much of an encouragement you were to those alongside you, even to those who did not understand. And because you did not falter, you've extended grace to all those around you without even knowing it. And because of this, you have created an opportunity for others to experience the weighty presence of my love. And now an even deeper wave of love washes over you, removing all the things that you've tried to suppress. All the things that you've tried to hide deep down into the secret chambers of the heart are now being purged out. There's a part of you that wants to hang on to the darkness, hang on to the hurt, for who would you be without it? But those thoughts are quickly dismissed by yet another wave of energetic love washing over you from head to toe, completely finishing this amazing work that has started within you. Just sit here for a moment. Breathe deeply. There is power in the silence. You are loved with an everlasting love. The voice of God speaks again. I will move heaven and earth to lavish my love upon you. For without it, you can do nothing. But with it, all things become possible. Take my love. It is always with you, as a light shining in the darkness. People will want what you have. They need what you give. Behold, I've set a path before you. It is narrow, but you have found it, and your reward is ever increasing joy. There are no limits to my love. I urge you to explore the depths, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Do not fear, for I am always with you. As you return back to your body, know that you didn't need to do anything to have this experience. It was not earned, and it is not very far away. In fact, it is as close as exploring each breath. From this moment forward, each breath will be in gratitude, as each breath is an encounter with God, a new wave of mercy that provides grace for the day. Open your eyes.